You're listening to Left at the Valley 2.0. Hi, this is Roy Dahl from Native Press, and I took a left at the Valley.
I know we shouldn't have to scream that we're atheists. You know, we don't have non-astrologers and all that. But with the religious people taking over the world, I mean, we can either speak up or be pushed into a corner.
I'm proud to be an atheist, a skeptic, a non-believer, an infidel, a heathen. I call it how I see it. I say it's ignorance and you just call it faith and unsubstantiated claims. That's something to be ashamed. I'm an atheist.
Coming at you from Smoky, BC, Alligator, Florida, and Batshit, Texas, this is Left of the Valley 2.0. My name is Kevin, and the people calling you sheep are fighting vaccines by taking the dewormer intended for sheep.
Thought it was for horses, but okay.
Sheep too.
I don't know.
Sheep too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The team who knows coffee backwards is EFOC, as in I don't give an EFOC till I had coffee. She thinks having a baby is like keeping cum as a pet, Sabrina.
Oh
my God.
He says mansplaining should be known as correctile dysfunction. Brett Lee.
Accurate.
Yeah.
And he hates people tailgating him, and those flashy lights look ridiculous. Benjamin.
I do hate that. As a giant person, the cuffs don't fit really well, so they have to use two pairs. It's terrible.
Know, right?
Oh man. Yeah.
First world problems. First world
Like handcuffing the Hulk. You know, it's just
Yeah.
tough.
Guys, welcome back. So today we'll be talking to Nathan Brown. We'll be talking about his deconversion story. We'll be talking about that in the second half of the show. But first, let's do our usual chit-chat. And this episode is brought to you by Mark Gibbs, our newest patron.
Hi, Mark.
Mark Gibbs, who is so bright, the sun has to wear shades when he looks at him.
Yep.
All right, let's do our usual chit-chat. You know, the U.S.
See, I'm already
Okay.
What do we do now? Jeez.
You know, in a country where nearly 10% of the population thinks that chocolate milk comes from brown cows, you'll be glad to hear that a study from the University of Michigan, based on 35 years of survey, demonstrate that the country is moving towards secularism. Acceptance of evolution is on the rise.
Yay! Well,
Good,
I thought
good.
it would be something bad, but this is actually decent.
No, this is actually very good. There's a drop in religiosity and increase in public education that are accredited for this. The survey started in 1985. So from 1985 to 2007, the U.S. ranked second to last in the developed nations. So in the past decades, things have changed a lot. The U.S. has now hit 54% acceptance of the theory of evolution in 2019.
So we're like leaning toward the majority here.
Yes.
We're
That's
getting
it?
there.
Well,
54%.
Better than it used
yes.
to be.
You got to remember. You still got 70% of the country are religious people, right? In religious people, it's hit 32% in 2019, as compared to 8% in 1988.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
So in the past 15 years, it's been huge progress
8%
towards accepting science and
in the
evolution.
80s.
Okay, so but I
and
wonder where that number lives once the internet became super prevalent. Like, is this just access to information?
It probably is. And like they said, you know, there's been an increase in public education as well, and a big drop in religiosity. So it seems to me that and I can't help but think, but some of the atheist efforts from, you know, even like the Four Horsemen and stuff like that have contributed to this drop, because it kind of coincides with that timeline as well.
Yeah. Well, and it's like Ben said too, like the internet, you know, you can just get curious, you know, and just like go click over and look for stuff, you know. But you know, before you had to go to a fucking library, you know, and they weren't doing all that. You know,
Yeah, that's work.
Go to a fucking library.
Well, no, you had to go to a library and ask a librarian where these particular types of books were that you didn't want to tell said librarian.
Right.
Not just
'Cause
that,
they could know your church.
Read them.
You read them too.
And that's the thing with the internet. You don't have to read. You can watch. People talk.
That's true.
And
Who would do that?
Right?
Well, you know, it's maybe it's me becoming lazy as I'm getting older, but as much prefer watching a documentary
Mhm.
than watching or reading a book. Yeah, I mean,
Me
I
too.
hate to say it, but it's true.
Plus, my eyes
yeah.
are getting a little old, so it's like to read the book now.
Yeah, keeps getting
Yes,
farther
we do
away.
That's why I read the book on my phone. Then you're like, oh, making us words bigger. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, of course. Which one of us right now doesn't listen to audiobooks either, right? I mean,
I don't
Right.
listen to audiobook.
no.
Oh,
No,
really? Oh,
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Well, there we go.
Ah,
Yeah, but,
gross.
you know,
audiobooks
This
are
one?
great.
I go through bouts where I'll read like 6 books in a week, and I'll
Oh.
do that for like 3 weeks at a time, and then I'll stop.
I
Right.
used to like walk home from school reading a book literally like this.
Yeah, I
You have
was
no
that
idea how
nerd.
many holes I walked into.
I was gonna say.
Right?
wanted
And
to do
same with
that.
the trees, so you get to where you can autopilot home. Like you just one day, no joke. This is like almost embarrassing, but I walked home. I came home and we had kind of this curving driveway. So I walk into the driveway and I walk around to the backyard and I come in the back door like I always do and I come up the stairs. I'm still reading my book. I get all the way upstairs towards the front door before I realize that my front door is wide open and that everything's gone. Like I walked through a room that normally has a TV in it. There was no TV. I didn't notice.
Well, you got-
I was
you got robbed?
I was reading. Yeah, our house was. I was about I don't know 10 years old or something. And they
didn't
literally
notice till you
in our
fell
front
on the
door.
floor when you sat down in the chair that's not there.
Well, no, it was still there, but all the electronics were gone. But the fact is, like, I walked past a front door that had literally been kicked in. Like there was boots
Damn!
on the door.
Oh my god!
I would say
Anyway.
that observation
Incredible,
about your forte. back
Not when
then.
you're reading a book.
right?
Yeah, not
Must've
when
been
you're
really
lost in
good.
the world.
Yeah,
It must have been a hell of a book.
Right.
Hey, every morning.
Was it like Red Shoe Diaries or something?
Who knows? I don't know. I read a lot when I was a
A
kid.
good Dean Koontz. That's you know,
It very well could have been a good Dean Koontz.
I love Dean Koontz. I do.
Yeah.
He's good.
Moving on. Did you guys hear the new study published last week in the journal Nature Food states that hot dogs, everybody likes a hot dog,
Oh.
reduces your life by
I
36
heard
minutes.
that.
Holy
Yeah.
that's worse than a cigarette.
Yes, by its impact on the health and the environment. And the study also concludes at the end that substituting 10% of your diet from beef and processed meat to fruit, vegetables, and good nuts and stuff like that could reduce carbon footprint by 1/3 and add 48 minutes per day to your life instead.
Yeah, they didn't just study the hot dogs. They studied all different kinds of foods
Yes.
and said if you eat this, you gain this much life, and if you eat this, you're going to lose this much life. So I did hear that study. It was
Yeah.
quite fascinating.
The researchers subjected 5,853 different foods to calculating and ranking by impact on health, environment, etc., etc.
Mhm.
So there we go. Hot dogs bad for you. Like we didn't.
So put a nix on my hot dog diet.
And imagine these people that like eat like 700 of them in 3 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah, but they
like
also
the world
eat-
record
Yeah,
guy.
but they also throw them up right away. I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't really stay down.
Because they just took off like 7 years of their life. You know?
Right, You know, the infamy might be worth it. Except I don't know the guy's
I've
name.
eaten so many hot dogs that should have died last year. You know, it's-
Right? Yeah, I used to be that guy at the barbecue, and I'd have like 6.
right?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I just leave them
Well,
plain too. I just like them,
Now, unfortunately,
and
the-
that's it.
the research didn't state anything that I see if there was something different, if you had a smoky or a farmer sausage hot dog or something like that. So
I'm sure it was just the pig lips hot dog. That
Yeah, they're talking about very particularly like hot dogs. Yeah, they're like a sausage.
yeah.
Like
Sausage.
if I have a bratwurst, I'm cool.
That, exactly. I think so.
Sure, let's take it.
You gain a couple years if you eat the ones that are stuffed with cheese.
A jalapeno
Really?
cheddar dog, exactly.
I'm not sure you're gaining with that. You probably,
Sure.
it's probably even
It's
worse. than
cheese.
chili.
The
Cheese
Yeah,
cheese
there's
makes up
less
for it.
meat in it, so therefore better.
Jalapeno vegetable.
I can feel my heart.
It's more like 6 minutes and 25 seconds as opposed to 7 minutes then.
I think I'm getting a coronary just talking about this.
You guys are great.
If y'all knew how much cheese I ate,
I eat cheese a lot, so
This episode is
Anyway,
brought to you by constipation due to cheese.
Goes
Not a
great
problem.
with beer, so I drink. I eat it all the time.
yeah, all the time.
Did you guys hear that Hurricane Ida is heading to Louisiana right now?
Yep.
No, I don't pay attention to stuff
Yeah,
like
this
that.
is
Wow.
actually happening today as we record this.
Ooh.
Right now, it's become a Category 4.
That's scary.
Yeah, and this is interesting because this is the same day that 16 years ago Katrina made landfall.
Wow.
No, really?
Yes.
Was
right?
it that long ago? Oh crap!
16 years ago. Yeah, exactly. So right now the winds are at 185 kilometers an hour. I don't have it in miles.
Fast.
Fast.
Really?
It's-
Yeah. That's
I attempt to
That's over 100 miles an hour.
intensified at 220 kilometers an hour at this point, and it's traveling
Jeez.
northeast at 25 kilometers an hour. So it's moving slowly.
I think 220 is about 160 miles an hour.
Yeah, and it's not fun having worked for FEMA after Katrina. It's
Oh.
the aftermath
Oh,
of this stuff is not fun.
I really feel for the people of Louisiana. I hope that something
No, the
kind
thing
of
is,
diverts this.
Katrina was actually a Category 3 hurricane,
Hmm.
and it
Yeah.
killed over 1,800 people.
But it didn't really. It wasn't the hurricane so much as the flooding afterwards that killed all those people, wasn't it?
So
Like,
the
wasn't it-
levees are
levee.
about to break.
the
Yeah.
And Katrina was a really big disaster because they called it a man-made disaster. Because
Yes.
the city was absolutely unprepared for it.
exactly.
And it was
So-
it was below sea level. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do
Yeah.
that? Like, it's
So has that been fixed though? I mean, it's only been 16
That
years.
is a good question. I don't know if it has. It didn't say. Right now, they're concerned because of the stress this is going to put on the resources in the
Mhm.
hospital due to COVID.
Of course.
Right?
Oh,
So
shit.
now-
And Louisiana is actually especially hard hit because it's so religious and anti-vax.
So they can't put a whole
We'll
bunch
need
of
to debunk
shelters
on this
the
one.
way they used to because
Yeah.
they're trying to do social distancing at the same time.
Mhm.
So this might turn out to be a really, really bad day.
Wow. It's like our problems are piling up, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Catastrophes are just
The
one
rapture
after
is here,
another.
people. Get ready for it. The rapture is here. Read Revelation.
Exactly.
Come true.
Next it'll be
Right, so-
pestilence.
Maybe we were wrong. Oh shit.
So that's why I've befriended, people that are, firm believers because I want their house and car when they go.
Yeah.
Did you hear? What was it? There was a guy. I don't have the details. It's off the top of my head. But there was a guy basically that made a service that he would say he would take care of your pets after the rapture.
Oh, that's
And you take care of your pets after the rapture, and you paid him money. It's like it was like an insurance thing or something like that. It's like that was brilliant. When you
That's
think about
pretty
it.
smart. Yeah, that's a good business model.
You're
That's legal.
fluffy when you go to heaven.
right because your pets don't go with you, do they?
No, except maybe the dogs. I
They're
guess.
soulless.
All dogs go
Nothing.
to heaven, that's right.
So there we go. All right.
Because if animals have souls, then you can't eat them because that's not nice.
That's
Right?
That's what throws. Yeah, that throws a wrench in the whole thing, right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty bold of you to assume I wouldn't eat a person.
Well, yeah.
Moving
You know what I
on.
say, Kevin? I love babies, but I can never eat a whole one.
Oh
Babies,
my.
the other white meat. All right.
Moving on again.